Hey Giovanni, so in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. Again, my name is Seleni, and I'm just a little bit further south from you guys here in Utah County. I work with business owners across the state of Utah, and I put together this quick custom video for you just about your online presence and kind of how you're stacking up against competition. I'm sure at this point you're asking yourself, okay, why would she be doing this? What's the catch? Totally fair question. What I've found is that most local business owners are just too dang busy running their own business, swamped with all the other things on their to-do list, and learning how to leverage the internet to benefit their company just gets buried underneath all of the other to-dos. And the reason you may not have hired somebody yet is because you might not have known who to trust or know who's truly an expert. So that's exactly why I make videos like this. By giving people an easy, free attack plan of things that they can actually do to impact their business. For some of those local business owners, they still raise their hands and say, hey, I like you, Seleni. Can you please just handle this for me? So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've heard and can see that I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or if you want to take this free attack plan that I gave to you and do it yourself, that works for me too. Now, the 3 things that we're going to cover today to help set NARAF construction above your competition is first, content, second, citations, and third, backlinks. So talking about content, and obviously the very first thing here, your website is still not up. I actually tried to check out a tool that I use, Wayback Machine, that kind of archives old websites, and I actually wasn't even seeing a previous website for you. I saw when the domain was for sale, and then since that point, it looks like it's kind of been stuck on this page. So I'm not sure. It looks like it's been about over a year since it's been on this page. So I'm not sure kind of where you're at with that process. I know you had mentioned to me that you were redoing that site. Not sure if my tool is showing me the information correctly or not, but I mean, right off the bat, even before jumping into the other things, just how important it is for you to be able to have a fresh and new website that functions well. Obviously for you to be able to send your customers to, and then on top of that, not just a great looking website, but one that actually performs with the right SEO metrics. That way, when people are searching for the things that they're looking for, the services that you're offering, that they can actually find your website. Obviously right now, this is not going to convert any traffic, and it's obviously not going to rank to the top. So very first thing, making sure that this actually gets completed out, and making sure that we get the right web build here with the right content, right keywords. There's so much here to building a good website that's actually going to perform for you. Once you're to a good website, then we can really talk about content. And just for visual sake here, we're actually going to jump into one of your competitors over here in the Orem area as well. This is A1 Roofing. Obviously, right off the bat, you can see anything here as we're talking about content. It can be anything here that you can see that's highlighted. So it can be the text, it can be images, what's behind images. All of that can be considered content. So you can look at what you're saving image descriptions, you can look at what you're saving alt text. All of those things will be considered as part of content here. Now, of course, the goal is having unique and authoritative content, and you need to have enough of it to be able to be found on Google. So typically with roofing, the average content count is like 1,500 to 2,400 words on a homepage. I copied your competitor over here. They're sitting just over 1,000 words there on their homepage. So again, I'm not sure where your website's typically at with this, but this would be a great thing to make sure you're getting at least that minimum 1,500 keywords on your homepage. Again, using the right keywords and phrases, that way you're able to get found. Now, we're actually going to jump over here into one of my tools. This is called Ahrefs. It's a pretty cool tool that just kind of gives me an overview of what's working well for your competitors and what's working for you. So right here in the overview, I can see right off the bat how many keywords their website is being found for and roughly what type of traffic every month that's driving to their website. Now, since we're talking content, we're going to jump into these keywords and we can take a look at some of these keywords that they're especially ranking high for and kind of a volume we've got going on. So it looks like they're really pushing hard for Utah County or Utah keywords. We've got roofing companies. Utah County is being searched 100 times every single month. This one's branded for their name. We're going to jump down here. Roof Repair Utah, 200 times every single month. Roofing Utah County, 150 times every month. Roofing companies in Utah, 150. You can see out of just those top keywords right there, you've got hundreds of people searching for different keywords here in Utah County, and what they're being found for. And again, kind of looking at that, and they're ranking in the top positions for that. So it's kind of cool just to see, even just over a brief overview of just a few of those keywords, asking the question, what would that do for your company to be able to get found for those type of keywords? Now, if we jump over here, I've got your URL plugged in here to the same tool. I can see how many keywords your website's being found for and what type of traffic it's driving. Obviously, there's no keywords that it's being found for right now, so we're not even going to jump into it. And it's not converting or pushing any traffic to the website either. So again, first thing is getting that website up and then getting the minimum content count to at least the 1,500 with keyword rich content. Because again, that's what's helping drive your competitor's business, and it's 100% beatable. Now we're going to jump over here into Google. I've got one of those keywords plugged in here, roofing Orem, which I actually didn't go far enough down to show you all the Orem key terms on theirs, but just for time's sake and trying to keep this short, I've got roofing Orem since that's your center area plugged in. Usually we see ads section at the top. The thing with ads is they can work, but they can also be a money pit if your website's not dialed in. So I definitely would not rely on that until you've got a better foundation going on with your URL right now. But otherwise, looking down here, we get into this section. Now, this is the coveted map section, and it has a lot to do with the second important thing, which is citations. And you're probably asking, okay, well, what's a citation? Why do they matter? Well, here is what a citation is. It's just your name, address, and phone number listed on a bunch of these online directories. Having citations helps Google to be able to verify your business and then give relevance, which pushes you here to the top 3 in the map pack. When you get more citations than your competitors, especially from authoritative and industry-specific sites, your credibility boosts. What we've seen is the lotting roofing companies that rank at the top, they're often sitting around 150 to 200 citations. So if you're on page 2 or 3, you might only have 10 to 30 citations. So we not only need to go match your top comp, but then we need to beat them out online. Now we're going to talk about the last thing, which is backlinks. Now, when we scroll down here again, when we've got that search term plugged in, and we scroll down here below the maps, we get into this section, which is called the organic listing section. And you can see here your site's not ranked number 1, 2, 3, 4, anywhere here on the first page of Google. Ideally, this is where we want to be. Organic section down here is responsible for about 60% of the search volume that comes to a page, and then the maps section up here is responsible for about 40% of the search volume. And what volume it drives there. So when we're looking down in this organic section, the top 3 businesses usually get about 75% of the organic clicks. So most of your potential customers are choosing out of these first 3 results, and they're never making it down to the other pages to find your company. So again, how do you get there? Well, authority through backlinks. And really a backlink is just when one website links to another one online. So again, if we jump over here into Ahrefs, I can see here your site's got 22 backlinks being pointed back to that website. Now, I mean, it's not bad. It's a start, right? But if we look over here at your competitors, let's jump back over in the overview. We can see they've got 123 backlinks being pointed back to their website. And some are from very authoritative websites. So we can go in with this tool and we can see the exact backlinks that they are getting. Again, getting you here to the top of Google, it's not magic. It's just a tried and true method, and I've shown you that method today. So again, the 3 things that you can do today is first, getting that website up and getting the right content count on it. Again, that's what people are being able to do to help get ahead there. Citations, making sure that you get your name, address, and phone number listed on as many of these online directories. And then backlinks, just making sure once you've got your site up that you're pointing more quality, relevant sites pointing back to you. Again, if you implement those strategies today, then you can be number 1 across Google. Now, I know how tough the market is, and I know how dependent small businesses might be on third-party companies like Angie's List to pay for shared leads. But what I've shown you gives you control over your leads. It gives you a plan to have clients coming straight to your door without a broker in between. So I'm sure you're wondering, okay, well, what now? Well, if you feel like you cannot handle any more clients every month, that's totally fair. Just send me a quick note telling me that you watched this video, and I'd like to hear your feedback on it. I really appreciate that. On the other hand, if you're ready to grow, you can take this blueprint and implement these strategies on your very own. This is the exact formula that businesses pay tons of dollars for, and it's all yours to use to help your company. Just let me know what stood out to you as you start that journey. Now, if you've found this information valuable and want the most effective route, just go ahead and respond to my email and we'll set up a time to chat and dive deeper into your situation. Once again, my name is Seleni and I look forward to your feedback. Have a great day.